Welcome to Video Talk. I'm your host, Robert Lee, the show where we just pretty much put a spotlight to guests either promoting themselves, promoting what they're working on, or just getting the message out where they will need to like extend themselves to reach other people that they may have trouble reaching out, or just putting a spotlight on what's up and what's going on. So I'm pretty excited just that my special guest is a good friend of mine, Matt Haas, where we haven't been on the program together in a while, and I thought it's a good way to knock off the rust when you're dealing with folks on the air with folks that you worked with before. So before we go into the great talk about Festivus, just want to like at least I haven't told this to Matt, but I had a little special surprise in doing reading a little short bio of him before we get right into it. So here we go. Today's guest is a man of many talents. Business analyst, web developer, graphic designer, woodworker, and YouTuber, Matt Haas. We'll chat about what Matt's been up to lately and what it really means to be a professional fun haver. Then we'll dive into his upcoming Festivus Area Tech Grievance live show on December 23rd at 5 p.m. Eastern. Get ready to vent your tech troubles Festivus style. Matt also streams Monday through Friday at 8:15 a.m. Eastern on Awesome Fun Things. Be sure to visit matthaas.com and subscribe to his YouTube channels. Matt, welcome to the show. Oh, there's always got to be something where the buttons don't work, so. Hey, Matt.
Hey, hi, Robert. It's good to be back on the screen with you, my friend. Thanks for having me on.
Well, thanks for coming on, Matt. It's always a pleasure to kibitz with you and everything. So, yeah, like I said, I thought it'd be a great way to have folks to get to know you a little. For those that don't know Matt, in terms of the great work he does online and on YouTube, and just maybe like what makes him tick. So, yeah. So, I mean, we know you got a diverse background: web developer, woodworking, YouTube, graphic design. So, what's been keeping you the busiest lately?
My laser engraver and streaming on Awesome Fun Things. That's been
Nice.
my focus. Occasionally pop over there on the woodworking channel, Awesome Wood Things. And I'm playing piano. I might have another piano video soon. I play moderately well. That's a rather new passion of mine. So, yeah, I have been busy doing whatever I feel like doing whenever I feel like doing it and putting it all online, of
Well, so for those that maybe not be familiar with the awesome fun things, what can the viewers expect when they tune in to your program?
course. It is a approximately 15-minute show kicking off at 8:15 a.m. Eastern every weekday, Monday through Friday, of course. And I just recap my creative efforts the day before. Sometimes just regular life stuff, but since I am primarily a creative person off camera as well as on camera, that's kind of what you get most of the time. So if I'm working on a project, you'll get an update. If I finished a project, you'll see it. I'll talk about what I plan to do, and there's other things I do on the show as well. I give away money. Can you believe it?
Yeah,
So
that's something fun because like I said, wait a minute, is that a check he's pulling out there? I'm like,
yeah, it's a $2 bill. I like the $2 bill. It's an odd piece of currency. So I give away $2 a week. If you listen for a Mario sound like that, you can get a free entry, and then I total up all the entries and do a random spin. That's fun. Um, yeah, that's what they can expect on the show, a recap of what's going on. It's super engaging. I'm asking now trivia questions where people can put their responses on screen and see real-time feedback. That's kind of new. Um, I celebrate my wins, and I cry about my losses because this is a life log, awesome fun things. So anything that's really going on, I'll share. But every now and then, another video sharing service gives me a penny or two in royalties.
Yeah.
I celebrate each penny that gets deposited into my account. It's kind of fun. And I've been, going on a year now, and I think I have 64 cents worth of accrued total lifetime earnings. It's kind of a fun. It's all built around fun. And
Right.
of course, if anyone asks anything, I'll answer, and we riff back and forth between me and the audience, and I'll take little clips of that and put them out as shorts, which I edit meticulously. I need to find a better way to do this. I'm so picky about the end product.
Yeah. Well,
I do all manual editing for my short. A lot of people put it through services, and it'll
yeah.
find the best clips and spit it out for you. No. That doesn't fly with me. So I'll do that. It's a lot of fun. I enjoy doing it. It's kind of like a diary, but in video form.
Mm-hmm.
I can look back and see what I was doing months ago. I'm on episode 760 something, so I've quite a few of them in the back catalog.
Congratulations there. Yeah. When you posted about your 700th, I'm like, well, wait a minute. Like, wow, that's a lot. That's a lot, man.
Yeah. Every time I roll up 100 of my graphical, one of these cards is a number of episodes rounded to the nearest 100. So you'll see that every now and then. That's what that means.
Nice. Now, actually, let me get a little close up on you. But the one thing before we did the show, we'll like prepare and just and I'll ask materials from you as to what I can use to promote the show and stuff. And the one thing that caught my eye is that you earned the title professional fun haver, and so I got to ask, how do you balance having fun, while being, pretty productive with all your projects that you share?
My goodness. Yeah. All right, I'll answer that question. One note beforehand. That
Okay.
used to be the professional was not always on there. It was amateur fun haver. But when I got monetized and I got my first super chat, technically, since there was a money component, I flipped it to professional. So that's when that happened. Now to answer, what was the question? I forgot the question.
Oh, just it's almost like a work-life balance, like how balance between having fun and with your projects and stuff.
Well, I'm glad you asked.
Okay.
Because I am a productivity expert.
Aha.
My full-time job is something they call business analyst. And long story short, I go all over the company and find ways to do things better, faster, cheaper. So I pull out and destroy extra unnecessary minutia and streamline everything. And I've done that throughout my entire life, and it obviously helps with content creation because I focus on getting the work done. Everything has a process. I follow the process. I do everything in line, which means I don't do anything that I have to go back at the end of the week and tally something up, or the end of the month, or end of the quarter, or end of the year. No. It all gets done in line, and that's how I produce it. And Notion, I became Notion certified expert here this year, and Notion is an online free, although you can pay for some extra bells and whistles, database service, a relational database system, and you can create to-do lists, calendars, you can collaborate. It's basically anything you want to develop, it can be, if you've got the know-how on how to configure it. It's basically a blank slate. You can build your own applications. Is that Rich Vibes? I see him pop. Hey, it is.
Hey, Rich.
Sorry. Sometimes when Rich pops on, I hear his DJ music. I don't know how he pushes it through to my microphone, but somehow it happens.
Right.
Yeah, so I'm a productivity expert. The shows are 5 days a week.
Yep.
And I prepare about an hour. It takes me about an hour before the show happens.
Mm-hmm.
Show lasts for 15, 20 minutes.
Yep.
And it takes me about 2 hours to do all of the marketing afterwards, including making the short. So probably a little more than 3 hours a day is spent on that 15-minute piece of content. So people don't realize how much is behind that. And then if I'm being productive over on Awesome Wood Things, I'll get a project in my mind, and then I'll build the digital files in the computer, and then I'll turn them into physical objects, shoot footage along the way, edit the whole thing, and then put it together. If I'm doing a piano, I'll practice like heck until I get the piece correct. I'll set up 3 cameras and all my digital audio recorders, turn them all on, perform. Hopefully within 20 attempts, I have something usable. And then I edit all that footage in a video editor. And that's how I do that. And I'm just go. I love it. I also, be productive, the fact that I have to do a morning show and talk about what I did the day before, I think influences me to not be lazy. Because if it's the evening time, I'm like, well, what am I going to talk about tomorrow morning? I better do something I can talk about rather than just sit myself in front of the TV and veg out. So I think that helps as well. So that's kind of how I stay.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, when we're talking about productivity, I see the Notion logo. Well, from where I'm seeing it, it'd be my right, but it'd be over your left shoulder there. So I thought that's pretty cool there to reiterate, just in terms of the amount of work you prepare for your stuff.
Yeah, I built that in the wood shop. That Notion. There's 702 squares that I cut, glued, and painted. 702 squares. It's also a T-shirt. If you want that on a T-shirt, I'm selling it in my store.
A wooden T-shirt?
Yeah, I have a T-shirt with a 8-bit low resolution Notion logo. You can't tell, but that's low resolution. I walked over there and got it. You'll see it's very blocky on purpose, because Notion is built off of invisible squares that touch each other. That's how you build a layout. You put things in blocks. So the whole corporate culture is blocks. So there's Lego artwork, Lego sculptures, pixel art everywhere in this company. I'm like, I dig that. I'm a child of the 80s with 8-bit video games. You see, video game stuff all over the set. Love it, baby. I love it.
Exactly. So I couldn't help but pick up on the points about, the ideas you put in there, because it's kind of a nifty segue to the second segment. And although I forgot to pull up this outline for folks just turning in. Earlier we just did a quick intro, welcome Matt, and Matt was talking about like what's up with him, and to the should I say the crux of the show? But the one of the fun things to talk about is his upcoming program on December 23rd, Festivus, which is what we're going to go dive into right now. Let me, the buttons are misbehaving again. Oh, there we go. Okay. So, Festivus, the Area Tech Grievance on December 23rd. So, what inspired the idea?
Of course, Festivus comes from the Seinfeld sitcom. And I did a few Festivus shows in the past. And the idea was to bring people on my show, because I don't know if you've noticed this, but I don't do a lot of shows on my channel where I share the screen with anyone. I'm mostly a solo streamer, but not this show. This show I'll bring people on. And that was kind of the point of it. So the idea is you can come on the show with your camera and mic and be on screen, and then you can air your grievances, because airing your grievances is part of the Festivus celebration, Festivus holiday. But I didn't want it to be grievances about anything. It's tech related. Ideally streaming and video content related, but anything tech related. So if Microsoft or Apple or Netflix or Amazon does something you don't like, you can come on and we can just, complain about it. And if my son is on site, Festivus doesn't end until the head of household bare chest wrestles his firstborn son. So that's how you end Festivus with the feats of strength. Now, there's no guarantee he'll be on site, but if he is, we'll bare chested wrestle each other, and then when it's done, Festivus will officially be. And Festivus is always celebrated on the 23rd of December, no matter what day of the week. And that's why I chose.
So you have so I'm trying to remember I forgot like what article I read. There were like 5 important things with Festivus. So it's definitely the ear grievance, feats of strength, the aluminum pole. Do you have that? Ready for that day?
We'll get an aluminum pole with no decorations, with high strength to weight ratio. I'll pull it out of the crawl space. No tinsel. Tinsel is distracting as far as Frank Costanza is concerned. I don't know. It's just something fun to do, and other people can come on my channel, and we'll have a good time with it. That's really the only thing I had pre-scheduled. Robert's like, give me something we can promote. I'm like, I'm doing this Festivus show in December. We can promote that.
Woohoo!
Yeah.
But not to get too much in the weed, but also just because I'm a curious fellow. Any do you plan to tell any specific or special funny stories when you air your tech grievances that day?
You never know what's going to come out of my mouth, Robert. So yeah, I'll probably have some. But it'll be around the holiday, so I'm sure I'm going to be complaining about the shopping experience or what another shopper did or didn't do, and improper etiquette at the checkout line or something like that. Because when I was as Frank Costanza, George's father, says, when Festivus started, he says, I was buying a doll for my son. That's how he started it out. And someone else snatched the doll from the shelves. And as I rained down my fists upon him, I said, there's got to be a better way. We need a new holiday, a Festivus for the rest of us.
Oh, man.
Your brother's in the chat. Joshua, please heed my plea for future content. 2 words for you, Joshua Lee. 2 words. More slapping. So there's a whole bunch of videos on Robert's back catalog which involves slapping, and most of it is Joshua slapping Robert in some funny way. The internet needs more slapping, Joshua. I'm counting on you, good sir. Sorry, I had to let him know.
Well, it is. I did promise madcap hilarity and maybe a dash of slappiness to someone. Can't remember who, but probably come to me. But all I can say is when it happens, you'll be the first to know, Matt.
I'm all over Robert's content when it has to do with slapping, because it's gold. It's internet gold. See, people are like, what do I got to do to take over the world? That's it. For you, Robert, it's slapping content. That's your ticket, baby.
Okay, I'll have to make a note of that.
All grievances, no holds barred. Yeah.
Thanks, Rich.
He says more cow. We were just talking about cowbell before we went on the air.
Which is why we encourage folks that if you missed it earlier, you can watch the replay and hear that. That's the best.
Did you record the pre-show? I don't think you recorded it. Dude, this is another thing. You gotta record the pre-show and then offer that to your Patreon members.
Let's just say I was a little bit slow on the go with the buttons, but maybe we might have mentioned it early in the show. But if I have like a short recall, I guess I'll need to replay it to find out. So,
Robert, it's great that you're back on the streaming process here. I love seeing you on stream. You should do more streams.
Yeah, I mean, not to sound too sappy, just it was just a matter, of just kind of like, I'll admit I was like a little bit, maybe a bit burned out, and also just like a lot of stuff's been going on off camera in terms of just helping out with the folks and stuff. So it was one of those
Get it.
things where like if I knew I had the energy, I'd be up for it. So and I know there was like another show I thought I had planned for the end of this month, but I may have to push it over like a month or two. But just the ability to just to knock out the rust and be on the air was just a cool thing to be able to do with you. So that way I didn't sound too robotic or um, foggy behind the mic when I do some more of these things. So,
There's nothing to it but to do it.
ooh, I like the change of color there because like you see
Yeah,
purple and
I
green.
switched to the GoPro. I like to use the GoPro because it's such a pain in the butt to get going. I feel bad when I go through all the processes to get this configured properly and then I don't use it. I can go to this
Oh,
one too.
the best I could do is I try to set up the second camera, but it's a little bit. Oops, sorry, wrong. Sorry about that. I hit the wrong button there. Um, Anyway, it would have shown like a different angle, but the light's so blown out just because how it's okay in from the camera facing me when I have camera two over here because this mic's like on me. The other one makes it look like kind of like a not a halo-y effect. Well, maybe more blown out, but I got to work on that. But
Yeah,
it was
it's
there.
set design and light placement and camera aperture and ISO and shutter speed. It's people don't realize what it takes to dial it all in.
Yeah, I mean, folks on the chat. I mean, like Stuart, Witt, Laura, Rich, and everyone. They can definitely feel our pain and stuff. So it's a work in progress. So that's that for sure.
Hey, speaking of streams, Stuart is stepping up his streaming game. I've been on a dozen or so of Stuart's Saturday 8:30 p.m. stream. So not doing anything on the weekend in the evening.
Yep.
We blab and blab and blab about whatever we want to talk about. So that's starting to be a regular thing. I do dig that. Stuart Rivera YouTube.
It's it's pretty fun to catch it. Like sometimes like um is it I frick online master the Facebook
Online
group where
Video
you're able to,
Mastermind Group.
there you go. I'll get like a random notification. I'll see you with Stuart and Laura just chatting it up, and usually like I'm on the road and I can't like I'd be lucky just to be able to get the stream. So every time I'd like to join in, I'd be like, okay, I'll just live vicariously through the three of you, just chatting away.
I think
And
half of the content is me complaining about my Wi-Fi network, but you know, it's never powerful enough. I need more power.
or maybe more cowbell.
That could be the missing ingredient. You know, I've got, Cat 6. You know, I've got repeater. I've got some good best practices happening here, but I'm lacking in the cowbell. Get on that.
Let's see if I can get this to work. Let's see what's it's saying. Saturday Night Live with Stuart and Matt. That could be interesting.
Comedy's tough. I caution anyone doing like a Saturday Night Live sketch content. The thing I learned about comedy videos online is there's only two possibilities. One, it's fabulous and people love it,
Mm-hmm.
or they don't. There's no gray area. You can't be 90% funny online. It won't. You gotta. It's very difficult. It's people think, oh, it's easy to tell jokes. No, no. It is not easy to tell jokes. Or more accurately, jokes, I think, sketch comedy is really what I'm talking about. It's hard to do funny content online. Try it. Try it. It's not that it's not possible. It's not that there aren't people that are successful. For the average person, it's difficult. That's a tough thing to do, baby.
To put it mildly, for sure.
I just gave a crack at it. I did the stupid long URL was my shtick. Did you see that? It was I had made the fence longer to get it closer to the ground so my puppies won't get under it.
Okay.
And I hate when people put websites on a graphic or they speak a website and they go www or worse yet https:// so the whole funny thing was I went real slow over all that boring stuff, and then I did do the dub and then I did a web address that made no sense. It was wizardofhaas.com, and then the page was 7 words long .html. The whole thing was like 65% of the content was just me describing the URL, and 35 was just the actual content of it. It was funny. It was my attempt at being funny. It's hard. It's difficult. Anyway, Laura's here too. Hi, Laura. All the cool kids are showing up. See, look at all of your fans, Mr. Robert Lee. You could have this every time you stream.
They could be here for the cookout.
Hey, there's cookout? Dude.
Well, there was, but I think all the food's gone. It's kind of like a first come, first serve.
I'll be in your neighborhood next month.
Yeah? Oh, yeah, that's right.
Through it. Yeah. Going to Massachusetts.
I forget, was it a conference or?
Yeah, it's a the Ecamm Creator Camp.
That's right.
They
that's
call
right.
it a camp, not a conference. But yeah, it's a 3-day thing, and it's all about video stuff.
I was gonna say congratulations there. I can't remember if it was like it might have been like a Facebook notification about Ecamm Creator. I forget the title was. It was like a thumbnail, almost like a thumbnail placard of the things you've done with Ecamm.
Yeah, it's an on-site event. They do it once a year. This is the second year. I mean, they did it last year. Was the inaugural, of course. This is the second one they're doing, and all the tickets are sold. And you can't get in anymore. But yeah, so I'm looking forward to that. Get to hang out with other like-minded professionals and just goof off all day. Not sure what to expect, but I'd like to learn a few things about color correction and making shorts and AI. I still need to kind of boost my knowledge on AI. I just found a new app I'm using, not an AI app, but a instantly make a transcript with timestamps through a local app rather than a free service somewhere on the web. So that is helping. It'll be that type of stuff. Do that.
I can dig it.
Give me an excuse to get back to streaming. Come on, Rich Vibes. Your excuse is I will promote your stuff. I even have a graphic right there. Look at this. See, this is Rich Vibes. The USA in the background because we need to get him here in the United States. Him hiding away in England is not something we're going to tolerate much longer.
I thought you were going to do like a...
I sent Rich Vibes a piece of mail, and I said, the USA wants more Rich Vibes. That's funny.
I thought you were going to like do like an Uncle Sam pose when you do that going... I don't have the hat on, but you get the idea for the effect.
The USA would take him. If he comes here, we'll welcome him.
I can dig it.
Yeah,
but I thought before I jump ahead and looking ahead, as to what's up with Matt, as to what's got planned, and just thankful for everyone being able to uh, to chat away to see if you have any questions for the big guy over here. Oh, I still can't get the hands thing right. That has I thought I had down, but
Just do the opposite of what you think it's going to
there you go.
be. You're that. Just did the opposite. My notion was, my thought.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is ask me anything. Anything. Doesn't have to be about content creation. Anything you want to know.
Yep.
I will answer.
Free game.
Dangerous to do on the web.
Yeah, well, hey, we live on the life of dangerously on the interwebs, on the live stream highway.
I started to put together a fun list of stupid questions someone can ask me in a interview, and I would have answers for. I wonder where that is.
Well, I'll have to look for it in syndication, I guess.
Yeah, I wonder what I did with that. I don't think I'm going to be able to find it.
Let's see, did I just see Rich says I'm definitely coming over? Well, there you go.
Matt. Oh. I wonder what I did with it.
I feel like a tumbleweed should be passing over right now.
Yeah. Like what Harry Potter house are you? Easy. Hufflepuff, baby. Come on.
I get the houses mixed up. It's like you have Slytherin is kind of like the outcast kind of a thing, or geeky. Wait, or no, maybe that was not Jigglypuff. Wait, no, that's
Ravenclaw.
Ravenclaw. I'll probably need like one of those cheat books. The dummy guide version. That's it. I can remember it was like you have the dummy books, but then there's also the Cliff Notes, but they both have like the yellow book. So like if you only go by color, you're kind of like up the creek as to which one to use. But yeah, that's all I got for crib note anecdotes. Off the beat or something.
Did you see the new Alien movie? Alien.
No, was it any good?
Oh, dude, it was so good.
Yeah,
it was ridiculously good. Because I'm a fan of the Alien franchise. Can you see the?
Hang on. Here? Oh, now we can see it. Matt Cam. Oh,
Xenomorph. Yeah. So big fan of that movie. I should be seeing Beetlejuice this weekend.
I heard that's pretty good.
The Crow is out with Skarsgård.
Skarsgård's doing the Crow?
Yes. Yes, he most certainly is.
That'd be interesting.
And the Joker's coming out this year.
Oh, is that the one where they have Lady Gaga as Harley Quinn in the movie?
Yeah, Joaquin Phoenix. Yeah, baby, come on. I'm glad there's good cinema returning to the silver screen because we were sort of dried up there for a while, I thought.
Yeah, although I couldn't help getting into the good old superhero movie, so I saw the Deadpool and Wolverine in the summer.
Yes, I did not see that yet. I'm usually not a big Marvel fanatic, but that one I hear is really good.
Yeah, it's if you're a big fan of like fourth wall breaking type of material.
Yeah, well, that's Ryan Reynolds' specialty right there.
Yeah,
sure.
Yeah, and it's as a friend would describe it, it's the kind of movie where if you're really a diehard comic book geek or just a film geek, you'll like the inside joke that they peppered in along with the fourth wall breaking. So it's so you'd get like because when I see it, you'd hear like laughter at different times that you may least likely expect it just because of that. So, but I didn't see the famous popcorn buckets they were talking about because I don't know. I mean, they started off with Dune with that thing, and I'm like,
Oh, I did see Dune. That was the Dune Part 2. Come
yeah,
on.
yeah.
Dune is the best science fiction franchise ever committed to the printed page. It is unquestionably the best science fiction story in the world of all time.
Now, did you see the original incarnation of it? Like when they
Yes.
had the. So I've
I
seen.
went to the theater for that.
Oh,
They
okay.
gave you a piece of paper that had the cheat sheet. So you could see like Geedy Prime is that Baron Harkonnen's homeworld. And oh yeah. Oh yeah. It they had a physical printed piece of paper they gave you before the movie started, so you can kind of follow along.
I haven't seen the second one yet. I did see the first one of the. I don't want to say reboot. Um, I'll just say newer version of it. But the thing that when they first described the whole I don't know if I say Dune series franchise is like what they're doing now than what they did back then. It's almost like they took the old film and chopped it up into like 2 or 3 films just because.
Well, yeah. What the first book is 2 movies. So if you bought the book,
Mhm.
movie 1 and 2 is that book. The first film they tried to put everything in one motion picture, and for the time they did a pretty good job. But Denis Villeneuve is the director of Dune, and he also did Arrival. You saw that one with the big spaceships that came down, and there were 9 of them, and no one knew what they were doing, and then they let people inside, and the octopods or the septopods were inside. Anyway, he's the same director, and he said, "We're following the book. We're not deviating from the book. We're following it as close as possible." And to his credit, he certainly did. Now, of course, they reduced some things for time because in the book there was actually 2 battles on Arrakis until the Harkonnens came back, and in the movie there was just one. Because who wants to see 2 identical battles? You only have 3 hours to make a movie, so I'll give them that grace.
Okay,
But yeah, it's
you heard it first
good
from
franchise.
Matt. I'll give it to him for me.
Dune, Aliens, great franchise. Well, if the Aliens are done by Ridley Scott, he didn't do all the Alien franchise.
Right,
He did Aliens. He did Prometheus, and the one
and
after
then
Prometheus. I forget what that was called.
that's
He
4.
was involved in this new one as well. Wasn't directed by Scott. He was involved in Alien Rom. Guy's getting old. He's getting old, Robert. He's well into his 80s. He's almost 90. I hope he sticks around. This world is better off with Ridley Scott in it.
I wonder how he handles it when they have to do like this like the anything that deals with like loud explosion and stuff like that because that's got to be.
His special effects are um, they don't take center stage like some of these other franchises.
I forgot where I read, but I think for the Prometheus film, and for those who haven't seen it, a pardon for any of the spoiler, but where that big scene there where they show like I don't know if it was a ship or something like that, but they would show like the crew kind of getting out and just to show the magnitude of the setting. They actually had like
Yeah.
kids play the astronauts this scene just because just to give that illusion there. So they said if you really look closely, you can kind of see that them like acting as kids, just because like either if whatever they're wearing is a little bit heavy, so they might be moving kind of clumsy and stuff like that.
Interesting.
So
Because that is one of Denis Villeneuve's director uh, contributions is he's good at scale, where all his grandiose things will have people in frame, so you can see the size of the thing
yeah,
compared to the little person. If you go back on the first Dune that came out in the 80s,
yeah,
they had the big sandworms. It was nothing but the sandworm And the sand, you couldn't tell if the sandworm was the size of a building or if it was the size of something smaller. And
Right.
Villeneuve, he understands the relative sizing. That's very important as a director.
Yeah.
He is 86 years old. Okay, Rich Vibes, 86. Well, here's to many more, to Mr. Ridley Scott.
Yep.
Favorite director.
So anytime I hear 86, I keep thinking of the old Get Smart show. So I was expecting them to say something about Chief or 99.
86 is the restaurant term for we're out of something.
Well, for here, it's
when I was a line cook, we're like, 86 on French fries or whatever. No more French fries.
well here like the 99s are big here in New England there. So, but I don't think I did. I don't think I fell in the trap of getting that confused with the show back then. But I could see myself getting confused now. So, but for those that are interested about Get Smart, just look it up on Google or check out on YouTube. You'll get the reference, kids.
Oh boy.
But before I forget, since I seem to kind of drift off and looking back, I should be looking ahead. And ahead as in what's gonna be going on with you? Like what got cooking for 2024 now that we're in the fall and in the winter season here.
The fall and the winter are a little bit easier for me as far as content creation.
Mm-hmm.
And the fall back in the regular groove of things. I think just more of the same. You'll get my Monday through Friday morning show, 8:15 a.m. in the morning on Awesome Fun Things. You'll get more stuff on Awesome Good Things as I continue to cobble together awesome projects. There will be a Led Zeppelin song, All of My Love, I'm working on now, the piano. So maybe we'll get a piano awesome video. And
Nice.
There will be for 4 days in October. I won't have a morning show when I'm at the conference. There's a Tuesday through Friday. I won't do my morning show in October. And I will be doing Vlogmas this year. So from December 1st through December 24th, all of my morning shows will appear on my Facebook profile, the facebook.com/Matt Haas, including Saturday and Sunday. So for the most of December, I will be streaming on the weekends, also on my public Facebook profile. It'll be the morning show, but I'll have a Vlogmas, Vlogmas terms and Christmas stuff all over the place.
Right.
I got that going on. Yeah, I'll probably enter the Gatton CNC Christmas Challenge. There's a woodworking challenge where you make something Christmas related on your overhead CNC carving machine. So I participated in that a few times. And I was the grand prize winner one year. Not last year. It was the year before in 2022. I won that. And there was, 30 people. I was the best. I was thrilled to win that. Yeah. And who knows what else I'm going to get into. I did do a 20-minute video game stream where I played a coin-operated video game. Didn't advertise it. Wasn't really many people there. Jaden was there. Thanks, Jaden, for popping in on that. I don't know if I'll do that again, but I'm trying different stuff. I never settle. You never get the same with me. Always being tweaked and improved, and sometimes trying new things.
Right.
I'll certainly continue. So, and if anyone wants me on their show to be interviewed, I love to be interviewed. As long as our schedules align, I will probably say yes. So reach out to me if you want to interview me. I love that. So maybe that'll happen.
And so for people to contact you, is it matthaas.com?
Oh yes, my
Okay.
my website that has been completely rebuilt in Notion since I am Notion certified. It's all there, and you can get all my back. It's like 4 YouTube channels in one on that website. You can you can go right to the video that you want. Anyway, it's very powerful. Got all
Um,
my socials and all the hundreds of ways to contact me and all that good stuff.
we got
Hard on.
Matt's Instagram social right here at Matthew Haas Geek.
Mm-hmm.
And we don't want to forget to mention for folks that can check out Matt's YouTube channels on Awesome Wood Things, Awesome Fun Things, and Piano Awesome. Thanks, Matt.
Oh, you know it, baby. Come on. I
And
gave away a YouTube channel. Did you see me give away a YouTube channel?
wait, when was this?
I gave it away last week. A college kid said, "Hey, I want to start a company called Learn Adobe Now, and I want to help people in my college learn Adobe. You got this YouTube channel called Learn Adobe Now. There's one video out there. Can I have it?" You know what I said?
What?
Yes. I gave it to him.
I thought you were gonna say something colorful like, "Well, I'll arm wrestle you for it" or something.
No, I gave it to him. He has full ownership. It takes one whole week to transfer ownership as a safety mechanism, so people don't steal your channel.
Yeah.
At least they give you a week to realize something funky's happened.
Right.
So yeah, I made him owner, and then a week later, I was granted the privileges to make him primary owner. And as the primary owner, he can give me the boot. So I did. I said, "You're the primary owner at your convenience. Remove me as owner, not primary owner." And so now the channel's his or hers. Is someone named Jordan. I know both male and female people named Jordan. So
Yep.
someone named Jordan somewhere in the world asked for my YouTube channel, and I said yes. You know, because I have hundreds and hundreds of YouTube channels, and I wasn't using that one. So
Right.
no way. Oh.
I hear you. That's pretty cool. I'll have to check out the site, see what they did with the place.
I did see he put a new channel avatar. What do they call it? The main logo's there.
Okay.
I think the banner's still the same, but he did change the logo. He or she did change the logo. So we'll see.
Yeah. I was gonna say like where like when someone buys a house, they'll like renovate, like paint over and stuff like that. But channels that just switch out the avatars and any other images and stuff. So it's like,
Well, I decided not to do that business because Adobe content learning is all over the place. It wasn't a market starving for content. So it was kind of a race to the bottom type of thing, the cheapest you can go. And plus, there's a lot of rampant theft with courses behind paywalls. The crook will buy your course and download all your stuff and re-upload it, put it behind their paywall. And then if you suspect they're doing bad things, then you got to pay the crook to see that they actually took your stuff. And then it's just, I didn't want to go down that path.
yeah.
Decided not to do that. And he wanted it. He or she wanted it. So, see, I'm bad at business. I could have charged, I could have, nah, whatever. You can have it. I'm not using it.
Yeah, just keep it simple. If someone's gonna be able to run with it pretty well, it's always good, cool thing to see.
So pay it forward. I'm like, do something nice for someone, anyone, if you want. And I hope you do good things with it. Good luck. That's all there was to it.
Some reason reminds me of the old show like Pimp My Ride, where they take a beat up car and they just like renovate the heck out of it. I'm just trying to imagine like how they would do that with a YouTube channel.
I don't know, but we'll see. It's nice to kind of make someone's day. He's like, look, he or she was like, look, I knew this was a long shot. I can't believe this happened. I'm so thankful. They were very grateful.
which I can dig.
Good people out there. There's good people. I'm convinced the world isn't all negative.
I can dig it. All right. Well, I think as things are kind of winding down, and to be respectful of the Matt's time here, I just really appreciate you coming on, Matt. And yeah, I mean, let me see if I get this right. I don't know when I just gotta throw up this card. I don't know when the next show will be up, so just stay tuned on our community page for more info as when the next one will be. But at the very least, if you see me kind of like, well, try not to blow things up or anything like that. It's probably me just trying to make sure things are working. See, I can't resist not using the fire. I'm like, I knew I forgot something, so there. Gotta roast myself
hot here.
Yeah, Woo. Exactly. I'll cool it off. But yeah, so I forget that thing gets loud. All right, so but yeah, so folks, when the next episode drops or when we go live, I'll give advance warning. I'll probably put it up on the community page first, just because I'll probably forget on Facebook, just because I'll squirrel, I guess is the best way to put it. So I almost forgot to throw this up. Folks that want to know where to find me, there you go. It's the other hand. You can find it right there, or you can see in the description. And Matt, I forgot, but I'll update the video description of the links people can find if they want to check out awesome fun things. Oh man, why am I blanking out here? Piano awesome, thank you, and awesome wood things. I guess it is a perfect time to wrap up, guys.
The show's going off the rails. Abort.
Yeah, I didn't even get to say we're live when we were earlier. You get it, folks. But Matt, appreciate you for coming on, and thanks again, and thank you everyone for watching. I'll any questions that I might have spaced out or forget, folks, you know where to reach me, or just leave a comment on the video there, and I'll look out for it. And before I go, I should just turn over to Matt for any last thoughts or anything you like to say to everyone. Hang on, let me give this little cam here. There you go.
Festivus is Monday, December 23rd, 5 p.m. Come on my show with your mic and camera, and you can air your grievances about technology, and we will have a lot of fun. Monday, December 23rd, 5 p.m. Eastern. Awesome fun. And I might air chest wrestle my son if he's on site.
Hey-o!
The feats of strength!
Festivus for the rest of us, for sure. All right, folks. So again, you've been watching Video Talk. I'm here with my special guest, Matt Haas. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned. I was going to stay tuned for more for your local channel, but I don't know. I must have caught a news station that got stuck in my head. Oh, wait. I know I forgot something. There you go. You know, I think there's one button I forgot that would help me wrap up, and for some reason I thought I had this fixed, so hang on, folks. This is why... Oh, here it is. Okay. Oh, shoot, that's the wrong button.
I turned into Xanthi.
Yeah. I thought I guess that's one button I thought I cleaned up. All right. You've been watching Video Talk. Thanks, everyone. Be well, stay safe, and I'll catch everyone later. Thanks again, Matt.
Thank you, Robert.